Every once in a while, I have to put games or franchises on a rebap log. Whether it be Sonic, Shin Megami Tensei, or even certain fighting games, I usually set them aside to find something else to interest me, then come back when I finally have enough energy to talk about it. Devil May Cry was one of these. When I recently replayed Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition on my PS4, I've noticed that I had a tendency to not skip the cutscenes in Devil May Cry, specifically when I play the games casually. I find it weird because DMC4 is mostly focused on its gameplay, and you're always one click away to get right back into the action. But why don't I press that skip button? Is it because I want to pay attention to the story? Do I enjoy the world, or I'm just a lazy bum? Well, that is a question I want to answer today. Journey with me as we will analyze the cinematics of Devil May Cry.
I can already tell. Looks like this is gonna be one hell of a party!
I should point out that I want to specifically look at the first mission cutscene of 3. While 1 has a few elements of those games, it's less prominent and DMC1 can be more...
Even as a child I had powers. There's demonic blood in me.
What strength?
Devil May Cry 2, from all we know, is terrible, and I turn my brain off every time it's in my console. 3, on the other hand, is where things got interesting. Where this is most prevalent is in the opening cutscene to the first mission, which establishes who, what, where, and why this game is happening. This cutscene presents a new ground and focus for the series that continued thereon. Both 1 and 2 started off with empty rooms and running around with nothing happening. Instead of easing you into the game like a knockoff Resident Evil game, 3 takes you straight into the action. But this isn't just any sort of action. What makes the scene, especially in DMC3's case, click can all be traced back to 3 C's: context, character, and choreography. The start of the context is in this first cutscene. We see our main character answering the phone for his new unopened shop. A man comes in to deliver the message, he gets attacked by enemies, and then proceeds to destroy them. But how can you spice that up? There are many ways you can do this, and that's where character comes into play. Now let's mix up a few things and add some character into the scene. This takes place in the main character's office, before it's even an office. Our main character is Dante, the man's name is Arkham, and the enemies are all demons from hell. You have a good scene going there, so let's go ahead and add the hardest part, the choreography. Now this is also the fun part. Now that we got the characters established, we can add a lot more flair into the scene and answer some questions that were left lingering during the process of the creation of this scene, and add more personality into it with just actions. So how does Dante enter the scene? He's shown shirtless, but with pants and shoes on, and is just getting out of the shower to answer a phone call. Already, that tells you a lot about Dante. He's a young man, but respects how he looks, even in a world infested with hellspawn. He kicks up his chair, puts his feet on the desk, then flips open the phone and says,
Sorry, not open for business yet.
Boom! You got 3 questions answered. How does Dante enter? How does he act? What is the setting he's inhabiting? He continues to eat pizza, and Arkham comes in. He states the character's name, who he is, who the message is from, and the way he delivers this message.
You a customer too? Well, if you want to use the bathroom, help yourself. The toilet's in the back.
Is your name Dante, son of Sparta?
Where did you hear that?
From your brother. He sent this invitation for you. Please, accept it.
As the message is delivered, which was obviously a threat, Dante does not give a damn. He makes sure the coast is clear while finishing his pizza. Then the third element pops in. Literally. Now what? Now here's where you can add more elements. How will Dante proceed to whoop these demons' ass? How will he ever get out of this predicament? Oh wait, he's the son of Sparta, so just push one of them off and then walk over and get more pizza. Then he puts on his favorite jams.
This party's getting crazy. Let's rock.
Fuck the juice box. Now, if I analyze this entire action scene, we'd be here all day. But what I can say about it is that the movie director, Yuji Shimomura, did a fantastic job directing this scene. Everything is on point. From every hard-hitting action done on each demon, the way Dante moves and his grunts and his The music is composed around every movement, and like, holy shit, Dante's a fucking badass. I want his babies. And after all this carnage is done, Dante looks at the player and says,
Don't bet on it.
done. Perfect ending. 10 out of 10. Bossum. That's all you need. The setup to start this game. Dante was introduced, what he's gotta do, what he can do, and he trusts you, the player, to finish the job. Now you gotta press that button. And pressing that button continues into the gameplay of Devil May Cry, which I can gush about all day. But there are a lot more better content creators that do that. This mentality for the cutscenes continued into a clever pacing for DMC 3 and in 4, and there's a lot I can cover, but I don't want to spoil it. Or that I'm too lazy to do this because this video will go on for too long, because holy shit, my brain's on fire right now. If you've seen all of Devil May Cry 3's and 4's cutscenes and are itching for more of this kind of stuff, I would recommend a movie called Versus. Mr. Shimomura was the action director for this movie, and it really shows. You can tell how most of the traits from this movie were implemented into Devil May Cry 3. Now the easiest way to find it is to look it up on YouTube, and it's there, legally because the director uploaded it. And it's the extended cut version. But it's also the English dub version, and the dub can be, well,
Here's the thing. I hate guys who don't respect women.
I'd recommend buying it on DVD since that has the Japanese audio with English subtitles. Anyways, Devil May Cry's cutscenes showed a narrative that didn't take itself seriously, but didn't let you take it lightly. Behind crazy action and high times or million stabs stood a foundation of showing who a character is through limited dialogue, how they get out of situations, and how they tied into the story and what to look forward to in the gameplay. Hell, at times it doesn't even have to be action themed at all. One of my favorite scenes has Dante and his brother Virgil just talking and taunting at each other. He even taunts the player in this scene by showing you your stolen weapon right in front of you and telling you to come and get it. Also, should I mention how the music just transitions from cutscene to gameplay?
So, you want a piece of me, literally? Okay, bro. Come and get it, if you can.
You're not worthy as my opponent.
Come on, man.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that they cleverly hide the mission number in each cutscene before a mission in 3. They don't make games like this anymore. But maybe time will tell. And like, holy shit, Dante's a fucking badass. I want his babies. Oh my god. Nero's, why'd you do that?